My name is Kimberly Willingham, and I'm the next executive director of the Boston Debate League. I've done all sorts of things in the field of education. I've taught school, I have done work with families, parent engagement, I've done consulting work with schools and school districts across the country around special education and inclusion, and I've been involved in school leadership. I came to the BDL right on the heels of school administration, and that was a demanding job, very time consuming. When I came to the Boston Debate League as an instructional coach, it allowed me to keep my finger on the pulse of public education. I got to still be in schools. I got to work with teachers doing the things that I really love, professional development and coaching of teachers. And though it's not direct service with students, it allowed me an opportunity to see the benefits of the coaching relationship through student outcomes and shifts in teacher practice. And that was so rewarding. I'm also super excited about the message my leadership sends, that I, the first woman, the first person of color, have been chosen to lead this great organization that serves so many students of color. I believe it allows students to see what's possible. And further, while we're not monolithic, I know that people of color bring a unique perspective to these conversations, to this work. So often, people like me have been left out of decision making and have not been a part of leadership. But I know we bring something to the work, something special, because so often we're proximate to the work, we're proximate to the very students that we serve. So I'm really delighted to be able to bring my lived experience to this work and really a connection to the young people in the community that we serve. The BDL community is amazing, from debaters and coaches to volunteers and staff and the debate-inspired classroom teachers that we work with. We are a rich, diverse learning community, and I believe deeply in the vision and the mission of the BDL and what's possible for the young people we serve. I'm inspired when I witness their brilliance, when I witness their vulnerability, and when I witness their courage. When I think about this time in particular, it's not lost on me that there's a lot of talk about learning loss associated with the pandemic. But through debate, we are providing an opportunity for students to continue showing what they know and what they're capable of. Last year, so many students continued to log in when they could have been doing so much else with their time. That we continue to engage young people during these times makes me hopeful about what we can accomplish when we reconvene in person. I'm hopeful about the future, and I'm hopeful about what our debaters will show us next. Of course, I want us to continue providing quality programming, but I also want us to increase visibility. When people think about programs that serve young people in Boston, I want them to think about us. I want them to think about the Boston Debate League. I want teachers and grandmothers and community leaders to say to young people, hey, there's a program that you need to check out, an organization that you need to be a part of. And my hope is that alumni will look back on their educational experience, count us as part of that, and say the skills that they learned through debate help to shape the trajectory of their lives, help to make them better decision makers, that they're more informed, that they truly are empowered to lead. I hope that they will never settle, that they will question and challenge the status quo because of what they learned through debate, but that they will really go out and shape the world and make it better. I am so honored to be working as the next executive director of the Boston Debate League. The work that we do here is powerful, it is meaningful, and there are implications not just for today, but for the BDL of the future and for the future of the city, and I believe our nation. When I think about what young people accomplish through debate, when I think about the conversations they're engaged in, conversations that some adults aren't having, frankly. They're talking about access to water, they're talking about criminal justice reform, they're talking about redlining and voter suppression, that these young people are grappling with these conversations, that they're sharing what they have to say about these topics is important, and their voices absolutely matter. And so I'm excited about continuing to provide a platform for them to engage, for them to develop the skills that will help them to go out into the world where they're advocating for themselves, whether they're making the case that they're the best person for the job or the right candidate for a scholarship, or they're advocating for their community and change in their community. And I really do believe that we are helping young people to engage in critical discourse, to be informed by evidence and empowered to lead.